The wars are only going to continue here because at a certain point within this video, just about every single European nation will be at war with each other. So literally just about a turn ago, the French and the Polish have peaced out. So that's a pretty big win, I think, for the French, for sure. That's a huge win because that means that Poland pretty much sacrificed, definitely a few units for nothing. And I mean, I think Poland is going to miss out on certainly this city, which is about to fall any second now. We also have these Japanese missionaries that have continued their pilgrimage throughout this entire campaign. I'm pretty sure they've just been sitting here, just chilling by the Caspian Sea like this entire game, and they don't want to move anywhere. Because I don't think that, I don't think Japan's really, I don't think they're converting their religion that much. And America is moving in on Montgomery. That is one of the big new wars that have popped up in the end of the last video. So this city will certainly fall, which means that Teddy will control basically North America. I mean, Mexico will still control Central America. I don't even know where the cutoff is for that. Central America, North America. I know that they're, I don't know, one is one undefined kind of, but anyways, yeah, it doesn't matter. Bam. So Cyrus ended up taking this. It was really close. I don't know if you guys saw it from the last cut, but Trajan had, I think 3 cavalry units surrounding it, whereas Cyrus only had, a few tanks. It really depended on who went next. Looks like it was Persia. This is destiny right here. Persia probably being the only power that I think can truly stop Poland. I mean, that's not to say that Rome can't do it too. Rome might have a chance, possibly. Poland's, holy crap. Poland just declared war on Rome. Oh my god. All right, so that's still gonna be really tough though. Like I said, I was about to, if I was gonna finish that statement beforehand, there really is no territory for these two to attack each other. There could have been, but that's not the case. And speaking of Rome, they have only really continued to colonize the Sahara Desert more and more. I mean, that's basically all they have at this point. They do still have kind of an out if they want to get to the New World, but they haven't chosen to do that. Either way, I don't think anything is going to come from this big Polish-Roman war, but it could lead Persia to maybe think about some things because their whole military is already right here lined up along the Persian border. I mean, well, Polish border. And if we really zoom in here on France, I mean, they're totally not done. I still think they could have a pretty good game if they wanted to. If maybe Rome does end up losing a lot of military troops or they sacrifice a lot to stop Poland from invading through the north. I mean, Catherine still has a chance here. Very small chance, but she could either, she can wait and see what happens between the Polish and the Romans and maybe take a city from either one of these civs. So Cyrus seems to be somewhat retreating off of formerly Gorgo's land. So what is it? Is that like the 3rd civ that's been destroyed? I think so. Only the Greek civs were destroyed so far, which is not super surprising because this map didn't give a lot of room for those 3 civs to work, but either way, yeah. It looks like he's kind of moving away for the most part, which maybe he has different plans. Well, he definitely does, because this city was just settled along the Arabian Peninsula. I think Cyrus definitely wants to go after Arabia. I think that's actually a little bit more likely to happen before a big Polish-Persian war were to begin. I didn't notice this, but a 3rd German city was settled in just kind of north of Finland, northern Finland, kind of. So that's good for them. They're still trying. And Norway, by the way, is also still trying to colonize with this random RV in the middle of the snow. And the siege of Montgomery has officially begun. Surprisingly, Montezuma was able to get a few crossbowmen here. And they are core crossbowmen. Not to say that they're going to have any chance against infantry units, especially army infantry units. But yeah, this city is going to fall only a matter of time. So since Rome already had a few cavalry units that were just sitting here in Gorgo's former capital city, Kongo's made peace with England. Interesting. They were able to send over a few troops. It looks like, I don't know if they're just trying to make it back home or what. I feel bad for these units a little bit, but there's a little bit of scattered skirmishes going on in Poland territory. Also, clearly the war wariness is starting to have a little bit of an impact here. I mean, Poland's basically been at war for the entirety of this late game, basically, because they went at war with Germany, they went to war with Macedon, they went to war with France, now they're at war with Rome. So I think we could see even more barbarians pop up, or I guess I should call these rebels, over the course of the next like 10 to 20 turns. Scythia doesn't seem to be upgrading her horses at all. She still has these cavalry units here, and she's trying so damn hard to stop India. And India at this point is is just being a jerk, man. He's just continuing to send units that are way more. I mean, this is a mechanized infantry army unit. This thing has close to like 90 or 100 combat strength, which is crazy, and they're continuing to move in. And by the way, Gandhi's still sending settlers. Look at this, another settler still trying to impede on southern Tomiris lands, I guess we could say. Look at that. I mean, there's another city that was settled. Oh, did we? I think we already knew about this one. And Australia has founded Bandar Lampung. I really hope I said that right. I felt like I was confident saying, I don't know, man. Oh, snap. India declared war on France. Congo declared war on France. France has declared war on Spain. Okay. So I wasn't really ready for that. I was like just kind of like dozing off for a second there. And then all of a sudden, holy crap. This was something that I did not predict. I didn't think Catherine would do this while Poland is at war with Rome, but it's still a pretty smart move. Poland, by the way, is still dealing with these barbarians back here. They haven't even sent over anything. And as I said, I think we're going to see a lot more pop up, probably further on into Eastern Europe. But yeah, there are troops kind of heading over towards Rome. But as I said, I mean, you're not going to be able to get past this encampment. The only way they're going to do it is if they start to cross the Adriatic Sea, and that's going to be a disaster. They're going to get demolished if they try to embark their units. I think this is going to be a really bad war for Poland. But this will be really fun to watch. I think this was a pretty smart move by Catherine that I didn't even really realize. Because, yeah, as her two biggest enemies are now distracted by each other, she does have free reign to kind of go up and steal some churros away from Felipe. Although, you know, these reinforcements are going to be kind of difficult. There's a lot of infantry units that are kind of trekking back across the Strait of Gibraltar. They're like, oh shit, no one's at the capital. We got to do something because, yeah, for the most part, he's been very focused on sub-Saharan Africa this entire time. I do want to mention also that Drew was terribly wrong. I really thought that Spain was going to be the one that colonized the Cape of Good Hope, and it wasn't. Movember actually did it, so I am an idiot. Now, at the moment, I'm really watching the Persian military, kind of seeing where they're going, what they're doing. It does look like my prediction might come true here. I think Cyrus is going to go after Arabia. It's just a really smart choice. I mean, he can roll up into the city pretty easily. There's nobody here. So if he does do that, yeah, he's going to have a field day grabbing a ton more cities, I think, in the Middle East. It literally happened right now, like not 2 seconds later. I know I put a cut there, but yeah, not 2 seconds later, they just declared the war. So yeah, this city's gone. And Montgomery has finally fallen. It might have fallen actually a while ago. I just totally missed it. Now, is Teddy going after Montezuma's capital? Not yet. This beautifully named settlement here. Yeah, they haven't sent anything over, but yeah, this road is going to be able to send, the movement points in this later part in the game are going to be a lot easier to send over units, so I mean, I think he'd have a much better chance sending over a few artillery units if he wanted to really take the Aztec city. So yes, the rebellion is becoming a big issue for Poland. It looks like 4 more rebels have popped up. Interestingly enough, though, the artillery has crossed over into now Persian lands. That's kind of funny, but yeah, they started to somewhat handle up north, and then 4 more popped up in the south. Again, if Trajan is smart, he'll sit on this war, and he'll continue to force Poland to crumble from the inside. And this is the front that everyone's going to be watching. Now, it does seem like Madrid has, you know, some reinforcements here, obviously, with some infantry units. They should have a little bit better of a time. I think they're going to need a little bit more. That's not going to be enough. They need to take out this encampment first, though. That's #1 priority. Also, Seattle was just settled by America, so yeah, they got Washington up here. So they pretty much have the 50 states, kind of. I mean, America, you know, dipped a little bit north into Canadian territory, but they have, for the they have a little bit of northern Mexico. But yeah, they pretty much got their borders straight. So Persia is slowly moving units in. Now, one Mamluk is definitely not going to be able to stop anything here in the late game that Cyrus has control over. I think the city's just destined to fall for sure, but the question is, how much is he going to take? How many more cities can he take from Saladin? Will he be able to take the capital even? This is going to get really interesting. This is going to get really interesting because obviously everybody's like, you know, GG, the game should be, you know, #1 Poland. Poland should win easily. But if these barbarians keep popping up, man, I don't know. Obviously, we just saw 1 barbarian get wiped out, but there are even more now in the north. So these ones have popped up. They're pillaging tiles, and now they're even crossing over into neighboring Civ territory. So we've seen both Persia and France have to deal with the rebellions going on in Poland. This is affecting Europe as a whole right now. So I'm starting to think that maybe France is not going to be able to do this. I don't know, because Spain still has a lot of reinforcements here in Africa, and you know, just give them some time, they might eventually send them up through the Strait of Gibraltar. But I think France is going to run out of steam here. because they're trying to focus on the siege of Madrid and they're not going after the encampment itself. I could maybe see Catherine lose a few cities. Maybe Spain will take back Iberia if they send, obviously, the reinforcements up here. Poland just had even more rebels pop up. So I'm counting, let's see here. That one doesn't really count. France is going to take that one out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have 9, 10. 10 rebels. 2 of those, oh man, they're so lucky that they're moving over. They are so lucky. This is becoming a nightmare. And they, you know, Poland just declared that war on Rome too. So they're not going to peace out anytime soon. There's also starting to seem like something is brewing finally out of Eastern Asia. China and Japan look like they are pretty upset at each other. They both look like they're just ready for war. That might be a possibility. I know that China is setting up. Rome has made peace with Brazil. That doesn't really matter. Yep, China is continuing to try to settle up in Siberia. So I think it's going to happen before the end of this campaign. And boom, just like that, this city has fallen. So the Persians have taken over their first Arabian city. I don't think it's going to be the last. I actually think that we are going to see them take everything. Just like the way they took over everything from Sumeria. I think Persia would be the civ to do it. There's only 4 cities left. I think he'll wipe them out here, to be honest. Poland is getting absolutely wrecked right now by all of these rebellion tanks. Are they tanks? They're barbarian tanks. So yeah, lots of tiles are being pillaged. I'm actually surprised that not more tiles have been pillaged. This is going to put Poland, well, they're either going to lose a city because remember, I mean, Scythia or Russia could attack not only Persia, or they're never really going to be the same. It's going to take them about 50 to 40 turns to recover, I think. As long as 50 or 40. That's probably at most, though. But this is definitely the front that we should kind of keep in mind, because these are like the only civs in the world that aren't really at war, at least in Europe, I mean. Everybody else, I feel like, is at war around the European region. So Russia and Scythia, I'm telling you, we got to watch these borders either with each other or as Poland continues to lose military strength. Well, would you look at this? It looks like Spain is going to be one of the only civs to have 3 colonies on 3 cities. 3 cities on 3 different continents. Cities on 3 different continents. I guess that's how I should have put it. And yes, I think that we were unfortunately correct when saying that France is not gonna be able to take over Madrid. He does have Madrid under siege, which is a start, but I think without any sort of artillery weapons, it's gonna be bad. And Spain might be able to turn the tables because Felipe still has a military that's still slowly making its way up, and there are several French undefended cities along the Iberian Peninsula. And I think what we might start to see here as Cyrus continues to push more and more forward in the Arabian Empire is I think Cleopatra is going to try again. I hope that she doesn't do the thing where she, tries to cross the Red Sea. That's not going to go well. But if she focuses on Damascus, she'll definitely be able to take it as the Arabian Empire begins to collapse. Things are going to start to get pretty interesting in the comment section because Poland has a pretty strong fan base here. There's definitely a lot of people that are like passionately for Poland. I get that. But Poland's not doing very well right now. And Persia is starting to really make a name for themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some interesting debates in the comment section. Probably, I think a lot of people are going to be jumping onto that Persian bandwagon. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.